his crown. England divides and peace begins to frown. Betwixt two houses the abyss yawns wide, swearing to swallow England in the tide.
The haughty Duke of York, the White Rose faction, rumbles and roars for royal satisfaction, while the unproven sovereign takes a queen whose tiger's heart in England ne'er was seen.
Words turn to wars till vengeance eats up all. Fathers slay sons and sons watch fathers fall.
Now fly from thorny England to fair France, where next our story steps to a new dance. Helen, a maiden pure of heart and mind, though born a doctor's daughter, lowly kind, casts her covert affections on the son, unto the noble Count Rousillon.
She secrets pines, and war again arrives, to sever marriage bonds and quiet lives. The players are prepared.
The scenes are set.
Anon we'll see if all may end well yet. In love or hate,
in war,
joy,
song or glory, we bid you kindly to attend our story.
Yeah.
Henry V, too famous to live long. England ne'er lost a king of so much worth.
England ne'er had a king until this time. He ne'er lift up his hand when conquereth.
God save King Henry, of that name the sixth!
We mourn in black. Why mourn we not in blood? Tongue-tied and so loath to speak, let him that is a true-born gentleman from off this briar pluck a white rose with me.
Let him that is no coward or no flatterer come and pluck a red rose from off this thorn with me.
Love no colors, and all without color or base insinuating flattery. I pluck this white rose with Plantagenet.
Hath not thy rose a canker, Somerset?
Hath not thy rose a thorn, Plantagenet?
And here I prophesy, this brawl today shall send between the red rose and the white 1,000 souls to death and deadly night.
Now, sir, to you that were so hot to act sea, disgracing of these colors that I wear in honor of my noble Lord of York, darest thou maintain the former words thou spakest?
Yes, sir, as well as you dare patronage the envious barking of your saucy tongue against my lord the Duke of Somerset.
Margaret my name, and daughter to a king.
I'll undertake to make thee Henry's queen, to put a golden scepter in thy hand, and set a precious crown upon thy head, if thou wilt condescend to be my...
What?
His love.
I am unworthy to be Henry's wife.
The pretty vaulting sea refused to drown me. The splitting rocks cowered in the sinking sand, and would not dash me with their ragged sides. As far as I could ken thy chalky cliffs, when from thy shore the tempest beat us back, I stood upon the hatches in the sword. And when the dusky sky began to rob, my earth gave me sight of thy land's view. I took a costly jewel from my neck, a heart it was, bound in with diamonds, and threw it towards thy lair. The sea received it, and so I wished thy body like my heart. And even with this, I lost fair England to view, and bid mine eyes be packing with my heart, and called them blind and dusty spectacles for a losing ken of Albion's wicked coast.
Welcome, Queen Margaret. I can express no kinder sign of love than this kind kiss. O Lord that lends me life, lend me a heart replete with thankfulness.
Long live Queen Margaret, England's happiness!
From Ireland thus comes York to claim his right, and pluck the crown from feeble Henry's head.
Why, Warwick, hath thy knee forgot to bow? Where is faith? Oh, where is loyalty?
Abide, charity, for shame. Speak not in spite, for you shall sup with Jesu Christ tonight.
Faustic medicus more than thou canst have.
If not in heaven, you'll surely sup in hell.
Clifford, come forth and fight with me.
What seest thou in me, York? Why dost thou pause?
With thy brave bearing should I be in love, but that thou art so fast, my enemy.
Nor should thy prowess want praise and esteem, but that is shown in noble and in treason.
Then let it help me now against thy sword, as I in justice and true right express it.
My soul and body on the action both!
Oh, let the vile world end. Even at this sight, my heart is turned to stone. And while 'tis mine, it shall remain stony. For York not our old men spares, no more will I their babes. Henceforth, I will not have to do with pain!
Has made it to the top. Now they're
decrepit father takes delight to see his active child do deeds of youth, so I, made lame by fortune's dearest spite, take all my comfort of thy worth and truth. To BERTRAM!
To BERTRAM!
Sending us, your children. It's been a wonderful time for them and for us. And we want to just acknowledge a few folks who've made it happen. So I'd like to introduce our managing director, Amy Ratchford, to share some words with you and welcome you as well.
It's really not fair to make us follow that. Thank you for your patience in listening to me. I also want to say thank you. I was able to chat with a few of you this morning over breakfast, and I so thank you for giving us your kids for these 3 weeks. We hope that they, whether it's their first time or their fourth, that they've learned something more about Shakespeare and about themselves and about the community that theater and Shakespeare can create. And I want to let you all know that we are always looking for folks to become more involved with us. If you ever want to know more about opportunities we have to help the ASC, to help your kids become more connected with the ASC, please let me know, reach out. If I haven't gotten to talk to you personally, the box office has my cards. Please pick one up and reach out. We have opportunities on committees, on our board, through sponsorships and donations, through internships, ways to help build our community and make us and your kids and you stronger together. So thank you. Enjoy the shows today. I know exactly the kind of experience that you're going to have today. This is my 4th year here, and it just gets better every year. So thank you to the campers for sharing your hearts with us, and enjoy the show.
Department at the American Shakespeare Center, it's probably very easy for you to see that this is a jewel in the crown. And we couldn't do it if it were not for 2 incredibly wonderful people who devote 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 6 weeks of their year to this program and to the kids who come through it. And I'd like to acknowledge Kimberly Newton and Tom Dumontier. Without a doubt, the greatest staff to have, and I'm so glad to welcome them and to let them say a few words to you. Thank you, Sarah.
Wow.
Wow. I'm like, I'm nervous, but I'm not performing. They are. So once again, thank you so much for sharing your campers with us these 3 weeks. Really, they show us what it's all about, what it's like to give 100% from 8 in the morning when we get them out of bed to 8:30 when they have warm-ups before their breakfast, for their 3-hour rehearsals every day, followed by their fast lunch, followed by their workshops in text and performance and movement and dance, and then they're earning college credit, they're writing essays, they're studying in the library, and then they have evening stuff in the coming to the shows here.
Late night rehearsals?
Late night rehearsals until midnight on the stage after they've seen the plays. We really run them through it all, and they come to it with such love and such devotion for what they do. So thank you very much. Their passion shines through every day. So we want to take a few moments to have a few reminders, to go over our schedule for today. So first and foremost, please take these out and turn them off. Not on vibrate because we're in a wooden box. And the campers know that if it goes off, they will embarrass you. So please take them and turn these off. We also have professional videographers and a professional photographer in the house today, so please save your photos to the very, very end. After Henry VI Part B, I will invite all the campers to the stage for group photos, and you can snap away at that time. Our schedule, our lineup for today, after our announcements here, we'll get started right away with All's Well That Ends Well, followed by our lunch break for 45 minutes sharp. Parents, if you've ordered lunches, those will be available in the upstairs lobby. So you can pick those up in the upstairs lobby. Then we will get right in with Henry VI Part 3, Part A, first half, followed by a 15-minute break, during which time we will have drinks for sale also in the upstairs lobby for anyone who wishes to get a drink in between. Following Part B, we'll have those group photos, and then parents and families, please leave the playhouse, join us up the hill at Hunt Dining Hall for our final picnic. And we will join you there after your wonderful actors strike all their stuff.
Tom? So, moving on to our thank yous. A big thank you to our 3 directors for this session, Andrew, Dan, and Lee. We would also like to acknowledge this camp would not happen without the help of our wonderfully dedicated interns. And they are Molly, Melissa, Leah, and Aubrey. If you guys are in the house, would you join us here?
And we'd like to also honor the people that are embedded with your students as far as staying in the dorms as RAs, as assistant directors, as first aid administrators. It goes on and on, the jobs that they do, and those are the counselors. So. And before we leave the stage, I wanted to take this moment to honor Kim and all of the tireless work and energy that she puts into this. And on behalf of your amazing husband, Jeff. On behalf of the counselors, on behalf of myself, I would like to present this to you, Kim.
This has William the Conqueror on the front. Shakespeare's doubtful plays. And I would also like to recognize, too, especially Matt and Emily, who came to me the week before camp and said, "Hey, Kim, we have this great idea for pre-show. How about we just tell the whole story of the Wars of the Roses from Henry VI, Part 1 and 2, and a little bit of backstory on Oswell." And so what the pre-show that you just saw was really their brainchild. So let's we are at time to start also. So let's get this party started. Lee Fitzpatrick.
I'm so happy to be here, and your children are just awesome. It has been wonderful. It's been a joy for me, and I'm so lucky that I got to be the director of these fantastic kids. A director panics when they fear that they run out of ideas, and I must tell you, these kids are ingenious. You got a bunch of geniuses and beautiful people here, so thanks for making my job really easy. I'd also like to thank Kim and Tom for everything they did and bringing me on board for this, and Sarah Enlow and Amy, and especially to my crew, which included Aubrey, Whitlock, our fabulous dramaturg, and our like, Aubrey, can you take them and work on this part? So thanks, Aubrey, for doing the hard stuff. And to John and Adrienne, who are currently prepping our campers backstage. They are our wonderful assistant directors who did just about every odd job I threw at them. Everything and anything. They really worked their butts off, and I'm so happy and proud to be part of this. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Let's go, Bree. They need a minute? Yeah. Okay. Anybody know the game? No. Sit around and give these a corner.
No.
Can I say words?
Just echo what she said. This is a tremendous opportunity for you and your kids to see everything. And we can go now. Yes.
I must attend His Majesty's command.
You shall find of the king a husband, madam. You, sir, a father.
What hope is there of His Majesty's amendment?
He hath abandoned his physicians, madam.
This young gentlewoman had a father, Gerard de Narbonne. Would for the king's sake he were living. I think it would be the death of the king's disease.
It was excellent indeed, madam. The king very lately spoke of him admiringly.
What is it, my good lord, the king languishes of?
A fish you love, my lord.
I heard not of it before.
I would it were not notorious.
Was this gentlewoman the daughter of Gerard de Narbonne?
His sole child, my lord, and bequeathed to my overlooking. No more of this, Helena, go to, no more, lest it be rather thought you affect a sorrow than to have.
I do affect a sorrow indeed. And I have it too.
Moderate lamentation is the right of the dead. Excessive grief, the enemy to the living.
Madam, I desire your holy wishes.
Be thou blessed, Bertram. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. 'Tis an unseasoned courtier, good my lord, advise him. Farewell, Bertram.
Be comfortable to my mother, your mistress.
Farewell, pretty lady. You must look the credit of your father.
Oh, were that all? I think not on my father. What was he like? I have forgotten. My imagination carries no favor in it but Bertram's. I am undone. There is no living, none, if Bertram be away. Twere all one that I should love a bright particular star and think to wed it. He is so above me.
Save you, fair queen.
And you, monarch.
No.
No.
Are you meditating on virginity?
You have some stain of soldier in you. Let me ask you a question. Man is enemy to virginity. How may we barricado it against him?
Keep him out.
But he assails. Our virginity, though valiant, in the defense yet is weak. Unfold to us some more like that.
There is none. Man setting down before you will undermine you and blow you.
Bless our poor virginity from underminers and blowers up. Is there no military policy how virgins might blow up men?
Virginity being blown down man will quicklier be blown up. Speak on the part of virginity is to accuse your mothers, which is most infallible disobedience. Virginity breeds mites, much like a cheese, and your virginity, your old virginity, is like one of our French withered pears. It looks ill, it eats dryly, marry 'tis a withered pear. It was formerly better, marry, yet 'tis a withered pear.
God send you well.
Farewell, I will think of thee at court.
Monsieur Parrolles, you were born under a charitable star.
Under Mars,
Under Mars.
Why under Mars?
The wars have so kept you under that you must needs be born under Mars.
When he was predominant.
When he was retrograde, I think, rather.
Why think you so?
You go so much backward when you fight.
That's for advantage!
So is running away when fear proposes the safety.
I'm so full of businesses, I cannot answer thee acutely. Give thee a good husband, and use him as he uses thee. So, farewell.
Often ourselves do lie, which we ascribe to heaven. Whoever strove to show her merit, that did miss her love. The king's disease, my project may deceive me, but my intents are fixed and will not leave me.
Florentines and Senours by the ears have fought with equal fortune and continue a braving war.
So 'tis reported, sir.
For our gentlemen that mean to see the Tuscan service, freely have they leave to stand on either part. What's he comes here?
It is the Count Rousillon, my lord, young Bertram.
Youth, thou bearest thy father's face. Welcome to Paris.
My thanks and duty are your majesty's.
It much repairs me to talk of your good father.
His good remembrance, sir, lies richer in your thoughts than on his tomb.
He would always say, methinks I hear him now, let me not live after my flame lacks oil, to be the snuff of younger spirits, whose judgments are mere fathers of their garments, whose constancies expire before their fashions. This he wished, I after him do after him wish too.
Your love, sir.
I fill a place, I know. How long is it, Count, since the physician at your father's died?
Some 6 months since, my lord.
Living, I will try him yet. Lend me an arm! Oh, welcome, Count, my son is no dearer.
Thank your majesty.
Madam, I will holy demons such as they are.
May the world know them.
And this Madam, the wicked Cassler, I do may that I may repent.
Thy marriage sooner than thy weakness.
I'm not a friend of thine. I hope they are friends for my wife's sake.
Such friends are thine enemies, knave.
The knaves come to do that for me which I am aweary of. If I be his compost, he is my drudge. He that comforts my wife is the cherisher of my flesh and blood. He that cherishes my flesh and blood loves my flesh and blood, and he that loves my flesh and blood is my friend. Mwah! Therefore, he that kisses my wife is my friend.
If thou ever be a foul-mouthed knave, get you gone. Sirrah, tell my gentlewoman I would speak with her. Helena means. Well now.
I know, madam, you love your gentlewoman entirely.
Faith I do.
Madam, I was very late more near her than I think she wished me. Alone she was, and did communicate to herself, her own words, to her own ears. Her matter was, she loved your son.
Many likelihoods have informed me of this before. Stall this in your bosom. I thank you for your honest care. Even so it was with me when I was young. Oh, her eye is sick on it. I observe her now.
What is your pleasure, madam?
You know, Helen, I am your mother to you.
Mine honorable mistress.
Nay, a mother. Why not a mother? What's a mother that you start at? What's the matter? Why that you are my daughter?
That I am not.
I say I am your mother.
Pardon, madam. The Count Rousillon cannot be my brother. I am from humble, from honored name. He must not be my brother.
Nor I, your mother.
You are my mother, madam. Would you were, so that my lord, your son, were not my brother, so I am not his sister, care no other, but I, your daughter, he must be my brother?
Well, yes, Helen, you might be my daughter-in-law. God shield, you mean it not. Come, to all sense 'tis gross. You love my son.
Good madam, pardon me.
Do you love my son?
Your pardon, noble mistress.
Love you, my son.
Do not you love him, madam?
Does my love hath in it a bond whereof the world takes note? Come, disclose to me the state of your affections.
Then I confess here on my knee, before high heaven and you, that before you, next unto high heaven, I love your son.
Had you not lately an intent, speak truly, to go to Paris? Wherefore?
You know my father left me some prescriptions of rare and proved effects to, there's a remedy, approved, set down, to cure the desperate languishings where the king is rendered lost.
But Helen, think you if you should tender your supposed aid, he would receive it? He and his physicians are of a mind. He that they cannot help him, they that they cannot help. To what shall they credit a poor unlearned virgin?
Would your honor but give me leave to try success, I'd venture the well-lost life of mine on his grace's cure.
Yes, Helen, thou shalt have my leave and love. Be gone tomorrow, and be sure of this, what I can help thee to, thou canst not miss.
Farewell, young lords.
'Tis our hope, sir, after well-entered soldiers, to return and find your grace and health.
Be you the sons of worthy Frenchmen.
Health at your bidding, serve your majesty.
Those girls of Italy, take heed of them. They say our French lack language to deny if they demand. Beware of being captured before you, sir. Our hearts receive your warnings.
Pardon, my lord. There is one arrived hath amazed me. Will you see her and know her business?
And now, good LAFEW, bring in the admiration, that we with thee may spend our wonder too. And now, fair one, does your business follow us?
I, my good lord, Gerard de Narbon was my father.
I knew him.
On bed of death, many receipts he gave me, chiefly one, which as the dearest issue of his practice, I come to tender it.
We thank you, maiden, but may not be so credulous of cure when our most learned doctors leave us. I say we must not so corrupt our hope, to esteem a senseless help when help past sense we deem.
What I can do no hurt to try.
I must not hear thee. Fare thee well, kind maid.
For know I think I know most sure, my art is not past power, nor you past cure.
Sweet practicer, thy physic I will try. that ministers thine own death if I die.
And well deserved. Not helping, that's my plea. But if I help, what do you promise me?
Make thy demand.
Then shalt thou give me with thy kingly hand what husband in thy power I will command.
And here's my hand if thou proceed. As high as word, my deed shall match thy deed.
Come on, sir, I shall now put you to the height of your breeding.
I will show myself highly fed and lowly taught.
Mary, that's about the answer that fits all questions.
It is like the barber's chair that fits all buttocks. The pin buttock, the quatch buttock, the brawn buttock, or any buttock.
All the man.
Oh, Lord, sir! There's a thing putting off.
An end, sir, to your business. Commend me to my kinsman. This is not much.
Not much competition to them.
Not much employment for you, you understand.
Most fruitfully, and therefore my legs.
Haste you again.
Here comes the king.
Why, he is able to lead her out of Toronto.
and they none to forsake.
Gentlemen, heaven hath through me restored the king to health.
We understand it, and thank heaven for you.
Rejoice and see, who shuns thy love shuns all his love in me.
Sir, will you hear my suit?
And grant it.
Thanks, sir. All the rest is mute.
I'd rather be in this choice than those angels for my life.
Love make your fortune 20 times above her that so wishes, and her humble love.
No, better if you please.
My wish receive, which great love grant, and so I take my leave.
Do you already deny her?
Be not afraid that I your hand should take. I'll never do you wrong for your own sake.
These boys are boys of ice. They'll none have her. Sure, they are bastards to the English. The French ne'er got them.
You are too young, too happy, and too good to make yourself a son out of my blood.
Fair one, I think not so. There's one grape yet, but if thou beest not an ass, I am a youth of 14.
I dare not say I take you, but I give me and my service, ever whilst I live, into your guiding power. This is the man.
Why then, young Bertram, take her, she's thy wife. Knowest thou not, Bertram, what she has done for me?
Yes, my good lord, but never hoped to know why I should marry her.
Thou knowest she has raised me from my sickly bed.
But follows it, my lord, to bring me down must answer for your raising? A poor physician's daughter, my wife?
'Tis only title thou disdainst in her, the which I can build up. Strange is it that our bloods of colour, weight, and heat poured all together would quite confound distinction, yet stands off in differences so mighty.
I cannot love her, nor will strive to do it.
That you are well restored, my lord. I'm glad. Let the rest go.
My honour's at the stake. Here, take her hand, proud, scornful boy, unworthy this good gift, check thy contempt, or I will throw thee from my care forever.
Pardon, my gracious lord, for I submit my fancy to your eyes, when I consider that she which late was in my nobler thoughts most base, is now the praised of the king, who so ennobled is as 'twere born so.
Take her by the hand, and tell her she is thine.
I take her hand.
Good fortune and the favour of the king smile upon this contract, whose ceremony shall be performed tonight.
I most unfeignedly beseech your lordship to make some reservation of your wrongs. He is my good lord, whom I serve above as my master. I, sir.
The devil that is that's thy master. By mine honor, if I were but 2 hours younger, I'd beat thee. I think thou wast created for men. Themselves upon thee.
Hard and undeserved measure, my lord.
Go to, sir. You were beaten in Italy for picking a kernel out of a pomegranate. You're more saucy with lords and honorable personages than the commission of your birth and virtue gives you. You were not to work, in other words, else I'd call you knave. I leave you.
Scurvy old filthy scurvy lord! I will beat him, and if I could but meet him again, I must be patient. I'm done! What's the matter, sweetheart?
Although before the solemn priest I have sworn, I will not bed her.
What? What, sweetheart?
Oh, my PARROLLES, they have married me! I will do the Tuscan wars and never bed her.
France is a dog hole to the war!
It shall be so!
He wears his honor in a box unseen that hugs his kicky-wicky here at home. To the wars!
I'll send her straight away. Tomorrow I'll to the wars, she to her single sorrow.
To the wars, my boy. A young man married is a man that's marred. Therefore away and leave her bravely go. The king has done you wrong, but hush, 'tis so.
My mother greets me kindly. Is she well?
Truly, she's very well indeed, but for two things.
What two things?
One, that she is not in heaven, whither God sent her quickly. The other, that she is in earth, from whence God sent her quickly.
Madam, my lord will go away tonight. A very serious business calls on him. The great prerogative and right of love, which, as your DUMAINE claims, he does acknowledge but puts on.
In everything, I wait upon his will.
I shall report it so.
I pray you come, Sirrah.
How are you, sir? Who's his tailor?
Sir?
Oh, I know him well. He serves a good workman, a very good tailor.
Is she gone to the king?
She is.
Will she away tonight?
As you'll have her.
A good traveler is something that lies 3/3 and uses a no truth to pass 1,000 nothings with. Should be once heard and thrice beaten. God save you, Captain.
Is there any unkindness between my lord and you, monsieur?
I know not how I have deserved to run into my lord's displeasure.
You have been condemned to run into it. Boots and spurs and all.
It may be you have mistaken him, my lord.
And shall do so ever. The soul of this man is his clothes. Very well, my lord. Trust him not.
An idle lord, I swear.
I think not so. Oh, here comes my clog.
I have, sir, as I was commanded from you, prepared the king's leave. Sir, I can nothing say but that I am your most obedient servant.
Let that go. My haste is very great. Farewell, hie home.
Pray for your pardon.
Well, what would you say?
I would not tell you what I would, my lord. Faith, yes. Breakers and foes may sunder and not kiss.
I pray you stay not but in haste to horse.
Good, my lord. Monsieur, farewell.
Go thou toward home where I will never come whilst I can shake my sword or hear the drum. Away, for our flights, Ridley, Coraggio!
Oh, let me see what he writes. I have sent you a daughter-in-law. She hath recovered the king and undone me. I have wedded her, not bedded her, and am sworn to make the knot eternal. I am run away, your unfortunate son, Bertram. Oh, rash and unbridled boy!
Oh, madam, yonder is heavy news within between two soldiers and my young lady.
Oh, what's the matter?
I only heard your son was run away.
Save you, good madam.
Madam, my lord is gone. Forever gone.
Do not say so.
Where is my son, I pray you?
Madam, he's gone to serve the Duke of Florence.
Put on his letter, madam. When thou canst get the ring upon my finger, which never shall come off, and show me a child forgotten of thy body that I am father to, then call me husband. But in such a then, I write a never. This is a dreadful sentence.
Brought you this letter, gentlemen?
Aye, madam, and for the content's sake are sorry for our pains.
He was my son. But I do wash his name out of my blood, and thou art all my child. Towards Florence was he?
Aye, madam.
And to be a soldier?
Such is his noble purpose.
Who was with him?
A servant only and a gentleman which I have sometime known.
Parrolles, was it not?
Aye, madam, he.
A very tainted fellow. Gentlemen, I would entreat you, when you see my son, to tell him that his sword can never win the honor that he loses.
We serve you, madam.
Poor Lord, it's I that chase thee from thy country and expose those tender limbs of thine to the war. Oh, you mighty messengers that ride upon the violent speed of fire, fly with false aim, do not touch my lord. Whoever shoots at him, I set him there. No. Come thou home, Rousillon. I will be gone. Come night and day. For with the dark poor thief I'll steal away.
They come, for if they do approach the city, we shall lose all the sight.
They say Count Rousillon has done most honorable service.
It is reported he has taken their greatest commander, and that with his own hand he slew the Duke's brother.
Well, Diana, take heed of this French earl. The honor made is her name, and no legacy is so rich as honesty.
I have told my neighbor how you have been solicited by a gentleman, his companion.
I know that knave. Hang him. One Parrolles, a filthy officer. He is in no suggestions for the young earl. Beware of them, Diana. Their promises, enticements, oaths, tokens, and all these engines of lust are not the things they go under. Many a maid hath been seduced by them. I hope I did not keep my
You're so lucky to fear me. Look, here comes a pilgrim. God save you, pilgrim, with our
St. John Grand, where to the Plumbers' Lodge, I do beseech you?
At St. Francis, here, beside the court.
Is this the way?
Hi, Mary, is. I will conduct you where you shall be lodged. I know your hostess as ample as myself.
Thank you, and will stay upon your leisure.
You came, I think, from France.
I did so.
Very Frenchman of yours does some worthy service.
His name, I pray you?
The Count Rousillon. Know you such a one?
But by the ear, his face I know not.
He stole from France, as 'tis reported, for the king had married him against his liking. Think you it is so?
Aye.
Surely. Alas, poor lady. 'Tis a hard bondage to become the wife of a detesting lord.
Poor creature, wheresoever she is, her heart weighs sadly. This young maid might do her a shrewd turn if she please.
How do you mean? Maybe the amorous count solicits her in the unlawful purpose?
He does indeed, but she keeps her guard in honestest defense.
The gods forbid else.
So now they come!
We will bind it and wound him so that he shall suppose no other but that he is in the league of the adversaries, when we bring him to our own tents. If he do not, for the promise of his life offered, betray you, never trust my judgment.
For the love of laughter, we'll make you some sport with the fox ere we case him.
Take this purse of gold and let me buy you a friendly help thus far.
Though my state be fallen, I was well born and would not put my reputation now in any staining act.
Nor would I wish you. First, give me trust. The Count, he is my husband.
I should believe you.
The Count, he woos your daughter. Let her in fine consent, as will direct her how 'tis best to bear it. That shall demand a ring the county wears, that downward has succeeded in his house some 4 or 5 descents since the first father bore it.
Now I see the bottom of your purpose.
It is no more, but that your daughter, ere she seems as one, desires this ring, appoints him an encounter, in fine delivers me to fill the time, herself most chastely absent. After, to marry her, I'll add 3,000 crowns.
I have yielded instruction. Every night he comes with musics of all sorts and songs composed to her unworthiness.
Why then tonight let us essay our plot, which if it speed is wicked meaning in a lawful deed. What's about it?
You can come no other way but by this hedge corner. When you sally upon him, speak what terrible language you will. Though you understand it not yourself, no matter.
Brother, let me be the interpreter.
Art not acquainted with him, knows he not thy voice?
No, sir, I warrant you.
You must think us of strangers in the adversary's entertainment. Cauchoe comes.
10 o'clock. Within these 3 hours 'twill be time enough to go home. What shall I say? Done. They begin to smoke me. I find my tongue is too foolhardy. I would I had any drum of the enemies. I would swear I recovered it. Ransom, do not hide mine eyes.
Boscos promundo boscos.
Boscos promundo boscos. I know you are the Muscos regiment, and I shall lose my life for want of language.
Boscos vavaro. I understand thee and can speak thy tongue. Carry el panto, sir. You take thee to thy faith. For 17 pagno at thy bosom.
Oh.
Oh, pray, manca renuane dolce.
Abnio vora, vara vida.
The general is content to spare thee yet. Aptly thou mayest inform something to save thy life.
Oh, let me live, and all the secrets of our camp will show their force, their purposes. Nay, I'll speak that which you will wonder at.
Accordo linta. Come on, thou granted spits.
your name was Fontybell.
Diana.
You are no maiden, but a monument. For you are cold and stern. Now you should be as your mother was when your sweet self was gone.
My mother did but duty such, my lord, as you go to your wife.
No more of that. I really do not strive against my vows. I was compelled to her, but I love thee. Stand no more off. Say thou art mine, and ever my love as it begins shall so persever.
Give me that ring.
I lend it thee, my dear, but have no power to give it from me.
Will you not, my lord?
It is an honor belonging to our house, bequeathed down from many ancestors.
Mine honors such a ring. My chastity is the jewel of our house, bequeathed down from many ancestors.
Take my ring, my house, mine honor, my life divine, I am
When midnight comes, knock at my chamber window. When you have conquered my yet maiden bed, remain there but an hour, nor speak to me. And on thy finger in the night, I'll put another ring. Adieu till then.
A heaven on earth I have won by wooing thee.
I will tell you a thing. You shall let it dwell darkly with you.
When you have spoken it, 'tis dead. I am the great of it.
The Count of perverted young gentlewoman here in Florence is most chaste renown. This night he fleshes his will in the spoil of her honor. Yet given her his monumental ring.
What things are we? In the meantime, what hear you of these wars?
I hear there's an overture of peace.
Nay, I assure you, a peace concluded.
How will the Count Rousillon do? Will he return again to France?
His wife, some 2 months since, fled to Saint Jacques le Grand, and there became as a prey to her grief. In fine, made a groan of her last breath, and now she sings in heaven.
How is this justified?
It's faithfully confirmed by the rector of the place.
Hath the Count all this intelligence?
Aye.
I am heartily sorry he'll be glad of this.
The web of life is a mingled yarn, good and ill together.
How now, my lord?
I have tonight dispatched 16 businesses, a month's length apiece. I have conjured with the Duke, buried a wife, mourned for her, and between these main parcels of dispatch effected many nicer needs, but that I have not ended yet. Come, bring forth this fool.
Has sung the stocks all night.
She sings like a wench that has shed her milk. He hath confessed himself to Morgan, whom he supposed to be a friar.
Porto Tartarossa!
He goes for the tortures. What will you say?
I will confess what I know without constraint.
Bosco Tremercio.
Bolino Chukmono!
You're a merciful general.
Boscos Romanos, Boscos!
Our general, could you answer to what I shall ask of you out of a note? First demand of him how many horse the Duke is strong. What say you to that?
5,000 or 6,000, but very weak and unserviceable. The troops are all scattered and the commanders very poor rogues.
Shall I set down your answer, sir?
Do. I'll take the sacrament on it.
What a past-saving slave is this?
You are deceived, my lord. This is Monsieur Parrolles, the gallant militarist that had the whole theory of war in the knot of his scarf.
Poor rogues, I pray you stay. Rogues, marvelous poor!
Well, that's set down.
Excellent condition. What credit I have with Duke.
You shall demand of him whether one Captain DUMAINE be in the camp, a Frenchman. What is his reputation with the Duke?
Upon my knowledge, he is, and lousy. The Duke knows him for no other but a poor officer of mine, and writ to me this other day to turn him out of the band. I think I have his letter in my pocket.
Mary will search. Here it is. Here's a paper. Shall I read it to you?
I do not know if it be it or no.
Our interpreter does it well.
Excellently.
Diane, the Count, a fool and full of gold.
That is not the Duke's letter, sir. That is an advertisement. A maid in Florence, one Diana, to take heed of the allurement of one Count Rousillon, a foolish idle boy who is a whale to virginity and devours up all the fry it finds.
Damsel both sides rogue! This is your devoted friend, sir.
I perceive, sir. By your general's looks, we shall hang you.
My life, sir! Let me live, sir, in the dungeon with the stocks, or anywhere, so I may live.
We'll see what may be done so you confess freely. Therefore, once more to this Captain DUMAINE. What's his brother, the other Captain DUMAINE? What's he?
He excels his brother for a coward, yet his brother is reputed one of the best that is.
If your life be saved, will you undertake to betray the Florentines?
I am the captain of his horse, Count Rousillon.
I'll whisper with the general and know his pleasure. There is no remedy, sir, but you must die. The general says you so traitorously disturbed the siege for army. You must die. Off with his head.
Oh Lord, sir, let me live or let me see my death.
That shall you, and take your leave of all your friends. Now look about you, know you any here?
Good morrow, noble captain.
God bless you, Captain Parrolles.
God save you, noble captain. You are undone, Captain, all but your scarf that has a knot on it yet.
Who cannot be crushed with a plot.
Fabulous. Captain.
Captain, I'll be no more. Simply the thing I am shall make me live. Who knows himself a braggart, let him fear this. For it will come to pass that every braggart shall be found an ass. I'll after them.
I duly am informed His Grace is at Marseille, to which place we have convenient convoy. You must know, I am supposed dead. Of the army breaking, my husband hies him home, where we'll be before our welcome.
Gentle madam, you never had a servant whose trust your business was more welcome.
Nor you, mistress, ever a friend. You, Diana, under my poor instructions, yet must suffer something in my behalf.
I am yours, upon your will to suffer.
We must away. All's well that ends well. Still, the fine's the crown. Whate'er the course, the end is the renown.
And I would walk 500 just to be
I would cousin the man and his wife.
So you
Now give his wife my vowel, sir, to do her service.
I will swear thee. Thou art both knave and fool. No, Colby. That's my personal legs.
The shrew man did not happy.
So he is. I like him well. And I was about to tell you since I heard of the good lady's death, and that my lord your son was upon his return home. I moved the king, my master, to speak on the behalf of my daughter. How does your ladyship like it?
With very much content, my lord, and I wish it happily effected.
His Highness comes post from Marseille.
We lost a jewel of her, but your son lacked the sense to know her estimation home.
Tis past, my liege.
Oh, my honored lady, I have forgiven and forgotten all. Well, call him hither.
My high repentant blames dear sovereign pardon to me.
All is whole, not one more word of the consumed time. You remember the daughter of this lord.
Admiringly, my liege.
Send forth your amorous token for fair Magdalene. Our consents are had, and here we'll stay to see this widower's second marriage day.
Come on, my son, and in my house's name, give a favor for me to my fair daughter Magdalene. By my old beard and every hair that's on it, Helena's dead had such a ring as this. The last heir I took to leave a court I saw upon her finger.
Hers it was not.
Now pray you let me see it. This ring was mine. And when I gave it Helen, I bade her if her fortunes ever stood necessity to Helen, that by this token I would relieve her. Had you that craft to reave her of what should stead her most?
My gracious sovereign, however it pleases you to take it so, the ring was never hers.
On my life, I had seen her wear it, and she reckoned it at her life's rate.
I'm sure I saw her wear it.
You were deceived, my lord. She never saw it. In Florence was it from a casement thrown me.
'Twas mine, 'twas Helen's. Confessed 'twas hers, and by with rough enforcement you got it from her. She swore she would never put it from her finger, unless she gave it to herself in bed where you have never come.
She never saw it.
Thou speak'st it falsely. Thou didst hate her deadly, and she is dead.
If you shall prove this ring was ever hers, you shall as easy prove that I husbanded her bed in Florence, where yet she never was.
Gracious sovereign, here's a petition from a Florentine.
Upon his many protestations to marry me when his wife was dead, I blush to say it, he won me. Now that Count Rousillon is a widower, his vows are forfeited to me. He stole from Florence, and I follow him for justice. Grant it me, O king, otherwise a seducer flourishes, and a poor maid is undone.
I'll buy me a son-in-law and a fair. I'll none of him.
I wonder, sir, since wives are monsters to you, and you fly them as you swear them lordship, yet you desire to marry. What woman's that?
I am my lord Bridget Florentine, derived from the ancient Cassler.
I am her mother, sir, whose age and honor both suffer under this complaint we bring. And both shall cease without your remedy.
Count, do you know these women?
My lord, I neither can nor will deny but that I know them.
Why do you look so strange upon your wife?
She's none of mine, my lord.
Your reputation comes you short for my daughter. You are no husband for her.
My lord, this is a fond and desperate creature whom sometime I have laughed with. Let your highness lay a more noble thought upon mine honor than for to think that I would sink it here.
Sir, for my thoughts you have them ill to friend, till your deeds gain them. Fairer prove your honor than in my thought it lies.
Good my lord, ask him upon his oath if he does think he had not my virginity.
What sayest thou to her?
She's impudent, my lord, and was a common gamester to the camp.
He does me wrong, my lord. If I were so, he might have bought me a common press. Do not believe him. Oh, behold this ring, whose high respect and rich validity did lack a parallel. Yet for all that, he gave it to a commoner of the camp, if I be one.
Oh, he blushes, and 'tis hint of 6 preceding ancestors. That gem hath it been owed and worn. This is his wife. That rings 1,000 proofs.
She hath that ring of yours.
I think she has. Certain as I liked her and boarded her the wanton way of youth, she got the ring and I had that which any inferior might at market price have bought.
I must be patient. I pray you yet, since you lack a virtue, I will lose a husband. Send for your ring. I'll return it home. Give me mine again.
I have it not.
What ring was yours, I pray you?
Sir, much like the same upon your finger.
Know you this ring? This ring was his of late.
And this was it I gave him being a bed.
The story then goes false. You threw it him out of the casement.
I have spoke the truth.
My lord, I do confess the ring was hers.
This ring you say was yours?
I, my good lord.
Where did you buy it, or who gave it to you?
It was not given me, nor I did not buy it.
Who lent it you?
It was not lent me neither.
Where did you find it then?
I found it not.
If it were yours by none of all these ways, how could you give it him?
I never gave it him.
This woman's an easy glove, my lord. She goes off and on at pleasure.
This ring was mine. I gave it his first wife.
It might be yours or hers, for aught I know.
Take her her away, I do not like her now. Unless thou tellest me where thou hadst this ring, thou diest within the hour.
I'll never tell you.
Take her away.
Good mother, fetch my bill. Stay, loyal sir. The jeweler that owes this ring is sent for. Before this lord, though yet he never harmed thee, here I quit him. He knows himself my bed he hath defiled, and at that time he got his wife with child. Dead though she be, she feels her young one kick. So there's my riddle. One that's dead is quick. And now behold the meaning.
Is it real that I see?
No, my good lord. It's but the shadow of a wife you see. The name and not the thing.
Both. Oh, pardon.
Oh, my good lord. When I was like this maid, I found you wondrous kind. There is your ring. And look you, here's your letter. This it says, when from my finger you can get this ring, and is by me with child, etc. This is done. Will you be mine, now you are doubly one?
If she, my liege, can make me know this clearly, I love her dearly. Ever dearly.
If you're not plain and prove untrue, deadly divorce step between me and you. Oh, my dear mother, do I see you living?
Mine eyes smell onions. Don't weep at all. Good humdrum, lend me a handkerchief. Wait on me home, I'll make sport with thee. Let thy curtsies alone. They are scurvy ones.
If thou beest yet a fresh, uncropped flower, choose thou thy husband, and I'll pay the dower. For I can guess that by thy honest aid thou kept'st a wife herself, thyself a maid. All yet seems well, and if it ends so meet, the bitter past, more welcome is the sweet. The king's a beggar now the play is done.
All is well ended, if this suit be won.
That you express content.
Which we will pay with strife to please you.
Day exceeding day.
Ours will be your patience then.
And yours our parts.
Your gentle hands lend us, and take our hearts.